Greetings and salutations to my esteemed guests and subscribers. It is me, of course, your dude, Lightliger here, and today we are going to be exploring some big and upcoming projects on Avalanche's blockchain, which, by the way, today reached a new all-time high, so congrats to the AVAX community for that. And there is already a lot of DeFi tokens, NFTs built on Avalanche, but there's also a lot of things which haven't come out yet, which we're going to be exploring in this video. But let's get started. So first of all, we have a real MMO game, Rise Online, which seems to be a bit more on the higher end based on the gameplay trailers that I was able to look at. So this could be a real contender for a proper MMO game on a blockchain that people actually want to play, aside from just grinding the elements like NFTs inside it. And there's currently you can download it, but I think there might be some restrictions because there was a closed beta right now, so you're not able to apparently download it as of right now. But I really recommend you keeping, focus on the news that they are publishing. So they're currently in alpha, so everything you're seeing here in terms of videos and everything are still like very early on in production. So here's a bit of a gameplay trailer, and this looks like something of like a AAA game graphics or very close to that, maybe a AA. But this could be very promising given the fact that you have that blockchain compatibility behind it. But this is something we're going to be exploring a lot more in the channel once we actually get access to the game. But I definitely recommend following their channels for near updates in the future. Next up, we have Panther Protocol, which is basically building a privacy system to enterable zero-knowledge assets. And they are building on multiple chains, not just on AVAX. And this, I think privacy will have a big focus going on into next year. That might be a theme of next year. We're going to be having more interest on our privacy and assets. And this is going to be extending into tokens, NFTs, and this seems a very high-end privacy protocol project, which you definitely want to look into. And it's going to be within Ethereum, Polkadot, Solana, Cosmos, Flare, Binance Chain, and Avalanche. So a lot of big partners, and these are pretty much all the main chains here, which you want to really interact with, minus Cardano. So this is something you definitely want to look into in terms of what they are building. I mean, it's a bit older project already, but it's not out yet. Okay, this is not out yet, and it still hasn't really peaked. And it's good to also have privacy project with actual teams who are transparent, so that is also important. But let's move on. Next up, we have Playbad, which is a multi-chain next-generation IDO platform. And basically, you can do VR, gaming, play-to-earn projects in the metaverse. And this is going to be on Binance Smart Chain and also on Avalanche. And this one is very new. I believe that they just had some type of a sale. No, actually, I'm confusing to something else. But another one that could be amounting to something, looks very professional website. There's a bit of a tokenomics here. And still kind of like a new one. It seems that launch zone, so maybe they are being launch padded at some point in the near future. But definitely you're going to be wanting to look into this as well in case you are an AVAX fan. Next up, we have another game called Crypto Monkey Empire. Loot monkeys, ride Lambos. And this is going to be MMORTS, so I don't know what that exactly will be meaning. There are some actual gameplay here. This is going to be on mobile and desktop. So I'm not expecting too much complexity in case it's going to be something that you can play on your mobile as well. And this is already kind of out. The game isn't. But you can stake the Olive token on Avalanche and get the MKC, which is their token, and also on Binance Smart Chain. And you can find the contracts on both of these chains. And I believe it's going to be on the both platforms, Linux, iPhone, macOS, Windows, Android. And you can download the pre-alpha. Here's a bit of a news about the project. And there seems to be like a real team behind it. And they are doing something here. And it will be interesting to see how it will basically look like. Hopefully I will get the access to the alpha to kind of showcase it to you guys on the channel. But let's move on. We have another accelerator program, and there's really nothing in here. Okay, we just have a logo here. It's called Colony Lab, and it's something that is going to be coming out in the future. And I mean, you can drop your email and see whatever. They're going to be dropping some updates here, so I'm going to be just doing that. And yeah, so always when there's new projects, at least take a look at them, see what they have to say, and maybe they drop email and they have something. At least the website looks pretty neat, so we don't know what's going to be amounting to it. Then we have another privacy program, and this is solely on Avalanche, called Sherpa. This is very bullish on, I think, because having privacy options, and there's not really anybody there to compete with them. Panther's doing like multi-chain. This is going to be allowing you to do private transactions on Avalanche. This is very exciting. This also means you can do it with ERC20 tokens, and apparently smart contracts too. So privacy, private smart contracts, those can be very exciting in the future. Obviously, there's always that danger. Will the developers start to use them in abusive manners and trick the community is another thing. But this one is still kind of on the road, and definitely something to keep your eyes on, because this could be a really killer project on Avalanche. Moving on, we have another project which is also don't really have much going on the website, but the little text that we have is interesting indeed. The stock market of litigation financing, 10 billion asset class. So buy and sell tokens that represent shares in litigation and access multi-billion-dollar investment class previously unavailable to the public. So these are types of like these synthetic assets having like stocks, and these are going to become more popular. There's a lot of regulatory problems with them, obviously. So that's a big question, how they will end up working and everything. But this is something also to keep your eyes on, because if that is indeed true that they can do this and they can deliver also, the valuation for tokens like that, as long as they have some type of an exclusivity or some type of a patent or some type of a leverage that they have over the competition, so their business model cannot be replicated, this could be very, very huge. And there could be a lot of interest for that, and a lot of people can see the value. The merging of two different finance worlds is huge, potentially. And then we have another big project, which I've actually talked about on the channel before, and this is called Bifrost. Beefy, not to be confused with the same ticker using Beefy Finance. These are two different projects, and there is another Bifrost, which is a wallet or something, so make sure you're on the right website. And this is going to be like a multi-chain middleware with like multiple chains. I think Ethereum's in it, AVAX. Let's see if we can actually find Bitcoin apparently. So this is pretty interesting. They also have a bot which can give you BFC tokens. You have to apply for it. Applied for actually my own Telegram. And there's actual team here, which is good, backers and partners. So here's, I think it's Terra, Matic. As you can see, Knowles, Cody, Neo. So a lot of blockchains are involved in this, and this could be very, very big. And I think this has been kind of like getting already a lot of exposure in the past. I recommend going into the website and looking at the video, which gives you a bit of an idea what is going on. But interoperability is kind of like the easiest pitch line that I can give you. Moving on, we have DeXaLot. Now, there are already a fair amount of swaps and DEX places, but this is going to be, according to them, the first on-chain limit order books based on the Avalanche platform. So limit orders, I love them. I don't really use them on a DEX. I just use a limit order DEX instead. But they also have a faucet, so in case you want to use their platform, who knows, if they do a token, guys, maybe they airdrop to the testers. But it looks pretty clean. It's been minimalistic in design in certain aspects here, but it looks, professionally done, however, and this could become popular. I don't know how many people who use Uniswaps and everything to do spot trading with their money, but then again, way I see it is, you might be sleeping when that big jump happens or something. You're not on the computer to make that trade, and that's where you need those limit orders to basically sell your money at the right spot. So this is another one that I would keep my eyes on. Then moving to the last two, this is one is very interesting to me, and this could be very cool to do, called Lost Worlds. And this reminds me of We Nano, and there was something called Proof of Travel and Yield Generating NFT Marketplace. So basically you visit different places and you can get NFTs by going into the Empire State Building or the Eiffel Tower or something like this. And this seems like a very cool model. And then you like can collect different NFTs, and maybe you can collect even AVAX from these points or something like that. I don't know how exactly they're going to be doing this, but this seems pretty interesting to me. And here you actually have Empire State Building. So, and obviously it's very important that it will not be region blocked, or in certain regions only, like Americas or some popular countries. So this one would be very interesting, and I just like the model. People kind of traveling, going outside of their homes and stuff like that. We Nano has certainly done that for me, but this is something that I kind of like as idea very much. I don't know much about the investing angle in this, but I guess you can make always money by collecting NFTs, which may be rare. But and then let's go into the very last project on the list, which is called PartySwap. And PartySwap is another swap on the platform. I kind of like what they are doing here in terms of the visual look of it. It's a very clean interface here. There's a light paper available, and this is actually releasing like tomorrow or something. So keep definitely your eyes on this for the future as well, because I think they have some airdrops or NFT giveaways in store. But thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for other videos. If you want to tip me some AVAX tokens, NFT, stuff like that for appreciation or just supporting my work so I can stay independent, here's my address, and obviously lightliger@protonmail.com for business inquiries and stuff like that, in case you want to work with me and maybe want to have your dApp or project featured on my channel, whatever it's AVAX or something else. Thanks for watching. I will be seeing you guys next time.